Let's start with those estimates. As I understand it, you're more like at $25 billion. Is that correct?
Right. The 19 is the accumulation through last night, but there's $100 billion worth of infrastructure that's within 5 miles of the current fires. And of course, a lot of them aren't under control. The weather the next few days does not look very good. Higher winds. There's no rain in the forecast. So getting those fires under control is going to be really tough for the firefighters. So we expect that number to head upwards to that 25 or so range. And it could get worse than that, I hate to say.
Well, $100 billion, boy, that's staggering. There are, as I understand it, 2 locations in the north and down in the south around Malibu. Where is the biggest risk, at least to structures and to valuable property?
Well, it's down south around Malibu and the Los Angeles area. There is just, and again, that's $100 billion that's within 5 miles of a fire. That's just an astonishing figure. And that really points to one of the issues here that has come up. People are talking about, oh, is it climate change? Is it something else? It's hard to peel out whether it's climate change or not because there's been so much development in California over the last 20, 25 years. So when you have these fires, they're obviously getting closer to human structures and to our infrastructure. So it's very easy to rack up big dollar values. So it's kind of hard to peel apart how much is due to climate change, how much is just due to the tremendous development in California.
So, Chuck, putting aside from what caused it, let's talk about where we are in the process right now. We always get these numbers like it's 30% contained, it's 70% contained. With respect to the southern fires, where are we in terms of containment? Where are we with respect to weather and the firefighting?
Yeah, the containment I'm not too sure about. I know it was around 30% yesterday. I don't know this morning's overnight numbers, but the weather for the next up through Thursday is pretty grim. We've got the Santa Ana winds, the higher winds coming off the interior. The humidities are very low. There's 0 rain in the forecast. So it's just not a good situation for this to get under control.
Yeah, Chuck, and the video that we're looking at is unbelievable. I mean, really staggering, the ferocity of the fire that we're seeing. How do we pay for this?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Last year, there was something a little bit under $12 billion in claims, 45,000 claims for the wildfires in California. And the insurance industry is seeing a lot of stress from this, and particularly in the state of California. And this year's just going to make it worse because we'll easily top that number in terms of payouts from private insurance, because fire is mostly covered by private insurance right now. So it's like a lot of these catastrophes. It's very hard for companies to set rates because it's very hard to figure out what your losses are going to be from year to year. So it's a tough insurance environment, and I expect you're going to see that market go in a similar direction to the way we've seen hurricanes. Again, to put this in context, this fire is roughly the equivalent of a Hurricane Michael or a Florence. So we're getting into that territory of damage and losses.